Greetings programs, welcome back to CK2. I'm hoping to make this a somewhat shorter episode, and I know I usually say that with things and then end up doing like 30 or 40 minutes anyway, but I'm going to try and be a bit more strict with myself this time. Now, we left off with a little bit of a civil war going on. Basically, the Count of Suomi was trying to break free and become independent, and the Duke of Dehubarth decided to join in. Now, Dehubarth is really easy to do something about because we're really quite close, but Suomi, well, he tried to break free, and immediately Gotland seized upon this opportunity and is busily nobbling him. And once he loses, basically I will have lost that province. That won't be under my control anymore. So, yeah, he kind of screwed himself there, but Wales we can definitely get back under control. England is still undergoing this civil war between the Crown and, let's see, Queen Judith Aelfricsson, who is going to be succeeded by an Occitan Catholic. So, Oswald the Caption Guy has decided to go ahead and use a claim on my title, Duke of Lancaster. Well, okay. That'll just cost him a bunch of cash, though. He's actually just joined in that war, hasn't he? He is currently... yeah. Now, was this... yeah, it was... the Duke of York was House Caption Guy. Now, the question is, actually, can I capitalise on this? Is there any way to... I have absolutely no reason to declare war on him. God damn it. The fact that he's a caption guy, surely that is enough. But apparently not. One thing I have been poking around and looking at is my holdings. And I probably could use... I mean, my retinues are alright, but I probably could use more troops from my own holdings. So I might need to concentrate on upgrading those a bit more in the next couple of episodes. I also will have a quick... Well, actually, just pause it. We've had problems with that before, me having a quick look around and not pausing it. The other thing I'm involved with is this host war. And, oh, here we go. Okay. Well, rip. There we go. Anyway, yeah, the host war's still going on, but the HRE can definitely take care of that themselves. But what's happened is, yes, Suomi caved in, and we now have everything under my control, apart from the Duke of Gwynedd. Where's the Duke of Gwynedd? You're the Duke of Gwynedd. He's now my vassal. Except there's some internal wars going on at the moment, clearly. Who's he having an internal Barney with? Oh, his own vassal. Okay, so I can basically stand down those troops for now. And that just leaves my retinues. So we'll get them out of Wales. And... where's best to raise ships from? Probably, nope. I thought I had more ships than that. Right, that's, oh, I can do numbers. That's 14, that's 16 ships. I think Dublin has some ships. Nope, that's, oh, for goodness sake. I know which button to press. Yeah, I am recording this kind of late, so there might be more dirt than usual. Right, if I send that fleet and that fleet, and then we can stand those two down. How is the fleet of Castle McJedi so small, though? I did notice one thing, which is maybe meant a bunch of wasted gold, and that's because I've got a Welsh culture character right now. I actually have a longbow range available instead of whatever the Scottish flavour speciality is. So the actual some of the buildings that you have available are tied to your culture rather than the culture of whatever province they're in. So I hope this means once I flip back to being Scottish, the money I've spent on whatever the Scottish speciality was, I can't remember exactly now, but it was something. There was something for, you know, being Scottish. Hopefully those haven't just disappeared into the ether. Hopefully, because that would be a bunch of gold wasted. So just gonna get this fleet back home. We'll have a quick check around. Nope, that's not the right button. Embark army. Oh, well, I can count. Yeah, 23, and that's 4,000. Well done. Okay. So I did need those ships after all. So that's gonna be 30, and Cumberland give me 13, so that gives me enough ships overall. So that's a little bit annoying, but I do, in theory, have a claim. Now, what I could try and do, I'm actually allied with Denmark at the moment. I could try and go for Gotland, or at least retake Suomi, or Finland as it's now renamed, and potentially call Denmark into that war. Now, I can just claim it, because I have a claim that won't be inherited unless pressed in a war. So it's if I want it back, I need to kind of strike while the iron's hot kind of thing. So it's going to be a bit tricky, but if I can get Denmark in the war, then it'll work. If I can't get Denmark in the war, then rip. The other thing I could do right now is go for Ossory, because France is just kind of disintegrated. So it would be, let's see, he is just literally a single count, although he does have a bunch of allies, including several dukes. But I could get a de jure claim, basically, on Ossory and, say, give it to the Duke of Leinster. So we'll just wait for those ships to come down there. So we might do that first, actually. We might see how that goes, and then we'll try and get back our foothold in Finland, because that's quite a useful one to have. So we'll embark that army. March them over to Dublin, or sail them rather. There's a line from an episode of the Goon Show, actually. It's one of my favourite episodes, called The Flea, and it's got in a slight change, because normally, you know, the characters were all just themselves, essentially. So you had Nelly Seagoon and Grip Type Thin, and etc, etc. But occasionally you'd have episodes where they'd be kind of historical characters or whatever. So in this one, in The Flea, he was oh, the actor's name now escapes me. Nope, I'm going to kick myself for not remembering this. But basically, he was playing Samuel Pepys, and he's got this great line about a navy being an army entirely surrounded by water. So, yeah, I mean, it makes zero sense, but it's just one of those kind of jokes that it's like, yeah. Anyway, he's actually at war currently. Oh, the Duke of Leinster has actually gone after this himself, so that's absolutely fine. I'm pretty sure the Duke of Leinster can take that. So I'll march them to Cumberland. Do I have any other claims right now? We claim on the Duchy of Deheubarth, which I'm not going to press. We claim on the County of Dafod, which I'm not going to press. And, of course, the County of Suomi. So, yeah. I'm not quite sure. I guess we'll go after Suomi then. Right. This is... Okay, we're going to pause, and this might go horribly wrong. But we're going to declare war, claim Finland, and we're going to call Denmark into this war. Oh, there we go. Right, that's a maybe. Oh, I'm just... Too many clicks. Too many button presses. Too many mouse clicks. I'm getting impatient. Premature clickage, it's a terrible thing. Okay, so Denmark has come into the war. That's fine. We've got a decent head of cash. I could do with... Do I just want to raise everything? And then... oh, it's Alt select. There we go. Do I just want to raise everything? I think maybe I do. And get everything. Because last time, I mean, one of the issues has been that we've been going into it half-assed, which is not really a good way to do it. But we've got 7,000 men available. Gotland had a reasonable sized army, but we've called Denmark into this now as well, and that is because Denmark's right next door. Basically, this is a bit opportunistic on my part, but it means we can just go at it and have a decent chance, because I won't be doing it alone. And a lot of the wars up till now, we need to do court chaplain. A lot of the wars up until now, I've basically been just kind of going it alone, and sometimes that's fine, but other times you need to work at it a bit more. We could actually, while we're here, just do a quick check that we can't get any better anyone in any of these positions, but I doubt it. Or we could actually get... let's see. Is he really a duke? Because he's just got the count. I don't know. Unless he's married to a duchess, and that's why he's got the title Duke. But I've got somebody I could actually get to 18 because I've got the ambition to become steward. So we'll do that. Spy Master, we could replace when we get a Spy Master with 14. But this guy already kind of doesn't like me. But he's not a particularly powerful Duke. Duke of Leinster. So we'll actually go, we'll replace him with somebody that does like me a bit more. Because having a Spy Master that likes you means you're a bit less likely to get stabbed in the back. So we've improved our councillors a bit. We had actually... Oh, technology screen, that's not what we wanted. We actually will have them collect taxes. Oh, no. I have clicked on the wrong thing there. I'm doing that apparently this evening. This is the thing I'm doing, is just clicking on the wrong things repeatedly. Right. No, we don't need to have them do anything. Okay. Right, let's just get everything marched into place. Send the troops over. Hope for a reasonably quick resolution, or else we might be starting the next episode at war as well. Not that that one lasted very long. What other allies have I got left? Kaiser of the Holy Roman Emperor. Here's a thing, by the way, that I didn't especially know until relatively recently, but Caesar is wrong. Anytime we say Caesar, that is actually pronouncing it wrong. The Germans had it right. It is basically pronounced Kaiser, and that's why the German word for emperor is basically directly lifted from the Latin. So it's yeah, I find that quite interesting. Right, we don't actually have quite enough ships. But hey, it's not like English ever borrows words from things, right? Fleet levies, we can't tell exactly. We'll raise from Dumfries. There we go, that's smaller enough ships. Your Republic vassals tend to have decent fleets because, of course, they've got cities as their main holding. So, right, we're going to ship these guys over. We're going to take Gotland. The Danish troops are easily dealing with the Gotlander troops. Gotland's a bit spread out, actually, because we've got county there, county there. Is that theirs? Yeah, no, yes? No, that's under Vestandlus, apparently. Okay, never mind. But that is apparently also Vestandlus. Why's that got a red thing around it then? Why am I at war with... I don't know. I don't know. Some of these counties have got the red things around them randomly, and I don't know why. It's a little bit strange. Anyway, we're also probably losing horrendous amounts of cash. Nearly 16 gold a month. But we've got a big enough cushion to absorb that. Right, there's the main Gotlander army, which is 11,000. Also, what war is Denmark also in at the moment? Did they call in allies? No, it's just Scotland. Okay, so I could land my troops in Finland. I've got nearly 7,000. They've got a massive troop advantage, but I would have a water crossing advantage. However, I don't think that would be enough to overcome their troop advantage, and also I would have to wait a little bit before my troops would get their morale back up. There we go. Right, I think that was never in doubt. I think the Holy Roman Emperor was always going to win that fight. I was actually listening to a thing the other day, actually, about the Diet of Worms, which was quite not the Diet of Worms, the Concordat of Worms. There we go, which was actually fairly interesting. We probably want to put a general on that, don't we? Right, we're going to land them in Södermanland and then march them down into Östergötland, and hopefully we can link up with Danish troops, because we need the Danish troops. Also, right, yes, we're not having them hang around there. We will actually send my boats back, and because we've got friendly territory to work with here, it's not that imperative that we have the boats around to retreat onto, so we're going to send them back just to save money. I had a thought actually at the end of the last one that we could lay a claim on Irland, so we'll set our Chancellor to do that. That could be another It would be a staging area, really, because I don't want to directly attack Denmark just yet. Although at some point we will need to attack Denmark if my dream of a, Scottish North Sea Empire is going to happen. We'll have to, attack various bits of land that I don't want to tackle right just now. But that's for the future. Why am I sieging? Oh yes, a trade post. I'm sieging a trade post because Gotland is, of course, a Grand Republic themselves at the moment. Anyway, right. Is the fleet there? Yes. Let's stand them down. Which should save us a substantial amount of money. Well, I mean, I've just sieged one of their trade posts, so they'll definitely give in now. Yeah, definitely. Right, what I really would like is for the Danes to come and attach their troops to my troops. That would be the useful thing. Right, apparently I can't siege that trade post. It might be held by a family that's... no? Maybe it's already been sieged by the Danes. You can't actually directly tell, apart from the fact the garrison's been wiped out. Oh, also, it's got a little Danish flag in the corner. Okay, so you can directly tell. I'm talking nonsense. That never happens. But yeah, the conquest out of Worms, that was a very interesting period of history indeed. Anyway, are they going to try and march across? Maybe. We'll see. We'll just keep sieging Suderman land for now. I don't even know if I'm saying half of these names right. Probably not. But hey, it's weird. There's a bunch of these names up here that are easier for me to pronounce than, a bunch of these names down here, and yet this is in the same nation. But, anyway, Welsh. So they've actually sent their army to Gotland proper, which isn't actually owned by Gotland. Gotland is owned by Denmark. And it's funny, you look on the map, and can you see Gotland's primary holding? Because I can't. Unless that's it there. Is this Gotland's primary holding? Is this the city of... Okay, it might actually be. That might actually be Gotland's primary holding right there, the city of Sicken. It's hard to tell though. No, I don't think it is. I don't know where their primary holding is. It's actually impossible to tell. Anyway, Yossi claims you'd be a better chancellor, would he though? I did have a look. Also, I could try increasing crown authority, but I think that would be a bad time to do that, given all my armies are overseas at the moment, essentially. Would he? He would, actually. Okay, he is now my new chancellor. And the other guy doesn't have any land or anything. It's not like I'm annoying a duke or any such thing, so that's fine. So I'll reassign him. And I guess it's just a matter of sieging, so we can speed this up. And because I'm only having one army to concentrate on right now, the chances of me screwing this up are surely quite low. Surely. History is a subject that's always fascinated you, and you have spent the last few weeks studying the campaigns of Alexander the Great. There are many lessons to be learned from his conquests in the East. Gained one marshal, that's quite nice. Is that my ambition at the moment? Yes, it is. So we've got a ways to go before we get up to Marshal 8, but that would be quite useful. Also gaining cash again at the moment, which is quite nice. Dangerous faction, independence. Oh, who wants independence? Duke of Dehubarth. Well, he's the one that joined in with the Count of Suomi, so I guess I'm not surprised. But we just have to hope that he holds off for a little while longer. He's only got about 30% of my manpower, but still, for a single duke, we'll just have to hope, I guess. Right, they're occupying themselves with literally occupying Gotland right now. And these sieges are going apace. So it's just a matter of... Or are they? How am I not... Oh, we are sieging. Okay, I'm just not looking at the thing properly. And also that was a baby, so I probably should have... I have the bad habit sometimes of clicking the things away too quickly, but the sound cues are quite obvious for the way you've had babies. When some characters had babies, anyway. Right, okay, this is a message saying plus 50% levy reinforcement rates. That's quite useful. That's my marshal upping morale or whatever in my primary holding in Segol. And that's a bunch of Tanistry messages. Okay, new Duke of Ulster, who is a McJedi. Okay, we have... Oh, hello. Why have we suddenly got an open council position? Okay, we probably don't want to go back with the Duke of Leinster because he doesn't like me very much because I fired him from the council. So we'll go with somebody who's slightly less good but is less likely to stab me in the back. Or poison me in my sleep or some such thing. Oh, also we've got some... let's see, educate child messages. So this is kinswoman, probably not very important, so we'll just foist her off on is she... Oh, she's already fake Scottish, so we want to try and put her with somebody that is fake Scottish themselves. So we'll pack her off to the Mayor of Stornoway, why not? He's got basically no intrigue, but otherwise his stats are good. Princess Gina is... well, she's a princess, but... I don't know. Also, I think she's... Oh, she's my granddaughter, but yeah, obviously that was not a matrilineal marriage. So we'll just do the same thing here. Educate child. I'm just trying to figure out who's important and who's not in terms of where to place them. Fake Scottish. We have a Norwegian mayor of Dublin, apparently. A Ronwy Princess of Alba. Well, she is... let's see. Oh, let's go with him. He's not terrible. He's got proud and greedy, but honest and gregarious are quite good traits. She's not particularly important. And lastly, Mashalon of Dublin, who is completely unimportant. I mean, she's my granddaughter, okay. But, yeah, it's not really. We'll just foist her off on... oh, I don't know. This random Jewish courtier who's possessed. Actually, that's probably a terrible idea. Let's go with that guy. That other random Jewish courtier. Right, we've almost sieged Cerdaman land. I have got 40% war score based on... Actually, let's just check. What have I got 40% war score based on? The Battle of Visby. Oh, I see the Danes landed and kicked their asses, which has given me a bunch of war score, so that's rather nice. I do have to take Finland, though. Right, a bunch of messages. Oh, you have decided to join your personal guard in the daily training regimen at dawn. So this is another +1 martial event. Right, Ossory is soon going to fall to the Duke of Leinster, I think. So that's fine. Actually, that's my vassals having done that on their own, which is quite nice. Okay, there's Cerdaman land. We'll march them across and take Finland. And we'll actually get back Finland. And maybe... How do I want to do this? Do I want to... I could make it a bishopric. And I think maybe I was talking about this in the last episode, I forget, but bishoprics, I mean, they're like cities in that you can only have a limited number of bishops as vassals in terms of how much land they can hold, or directly hold anyway, as like a percentage of your total holdings. But you get some benefit from them if they like you more than the Pope, particularly. And also they tend to be very stable vassals. They don't tend to rebel. So maybe having a bishop as this count, and maybe eventually a duke, I don't know. Maybe that would be a good way to preserve this area as a more stable kind of landing zone, if you want to call it that. Making a little World of Tanks Clan Wars reference there, I suppose. But yeah, it's not likely to revolt if I put a bishop in charge. And I don't think I'll have any problems with hitting a limit, because I've only got one other vassal bishop, and all the others are like barony level. Anyway, it's rumoured a great warrior from the east is passing through Finland. He's said to take part in 100 battles or more. His legendary fighting skills are supposedly without peer. Perhaps he could be persuaded to pass on some of his knowledge. And this will probably be an event where I'll have to pay some cash. So we'll speed this up a bit and finish this siege. Now, for some reason, I'm not getting sieges in there we go. For some reason sieges weren't in the outliner. Don't know why. But we can see the exact percentage there. This shouldn't take too long. I really hope it doesn't take too long. And it might even give me enough war score because we're up to 71% otherwise. We should also see if I can ransom this prisoner. Yes, I can. So that's a little bit of extra gold. That'll have been like 10, 12, 15 gold, something like that. And, oh, there we go. So that's all the sieges. Now that's not quite enough, apparently, in terms of war score. Let's see. Count Magnus of Stratharn, Chiefs Fabricator, claiming the Duchy of Albany. That doesn't really concern me, I don't believe. At least I don't think it does. No, okay, no, it's a count of plotting against their vassal, basically. So if I remember correctly, this is basically where Stockholm is, right? In real life. Also, PointyHairedJedi. How did you... Oh, okay, she's got a Bulgar Catholic mother who was Skjalg. I vaguely remember Skjalg. Vaguely. Yeah, she's the sister of the former Duchess of Ulster. And she's come out looking very interesting indeed. How she ended up as being Ashkenazi, though? She was... Oh, I don't even know. Anyway. Right. Caradog... Yeah, I said that right. I'm sure I said that right. Okay, anyway, this is it. 100% war score. We've also got one child lacks a guardian, another of Dublin. We'll just quickly get that out the way. You, why not? Queen Mother or the Queen Grandmother or something like that. So anyway, there we go. I've gotten Finland back. And I'll march my troops over there. I can actually disband the thingamy ones. We'll also... Bishop Totil of Stenberger, who's a Swedish Catholic, but we are fine with that. I don't think we'd be able to revoke his title anyway. Does it actually... No, sometimes it'll say, you know, they're of a different culture or whatever, or they're of a different faith, and you can do that, but he's Catholic. So we're going to grant landed title. We're actually going to give him, because this puts me over my vassal limit, my demesne limit, we're going to actually give him the county. So that is now a bishopric, and that will hopefully never rebel. Never, ever, 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 ever. So I think we'll wrap up the episode there. I mean, I've got to get the troops back, but I'll do that when I'm not recording, basically. So we've actually come back from the last episode, and I've maybe set things up for another little grab of land over here. We might want to start making moves on Finland again, or maybe I should be doing stuff in England. Maybe I should be putting my Chancellor's efforts down at this end of the country. In fact, having had that thought, maybe I actually will. Where's the Chancellor? We'll go after... Where would we go after next? Northumberland, I guess. I'm unlikely to get a claim before either that civil war ends or... Well, hell, if I'm unlucky, the king might die in the meantime. But anyway. And we've just been called into a war by Finland. To... Condottiero Cornelio of the Company of the Hat. Wow, I think he had mercenaries raised, and he's kind of screwed himself a bit. Anyway, but we'll deal with that in the next episode. We'll get the troops back home. We'll plot our next moves. And for the time being... yeah, it's all looking like... just having a quick look around here so the interested can see what the rest of Europe is looking like. It's I don't know, the last episode was a bit but we might be able to get Crown Authority up. We might be able to make some more moves in terms of getting more land. So we're still moving forwards, it feels like. And I've also accumulated a big pot of cash in the meantime, so we'll spend some of that as well. So if you've enjoyed this episode, you can hit the like button. You can leave any comments below. You can subscribe to my channel. And as always, stay tuned for more.